welcome back to Teal House Farm. Today is stupid hot again. It's almost 100 degrees according to my car. And the kids are going absolutely crazy inside. So we are getting out of the house for a little bit because sometimes the hardest part about being a stay-at-home mom is actually staying at home. So I've been trying, we got back from our trip, and I promised myself that when we got back for the trip I would get caught up on housework, because the first trimester I just was so nauseous and tired all the time that I just did the bare minimum. Like, I made sure the laundry was done, there was always food and clean dishes, and like floors were swept up, but I did none of the other stuff. And so having 8 people in the house, things have gotten kind of out of control, and I need to get my systems reset. I need to make all of my soaps and cleaning supplies are pretty much out because I haven't been making it, and I need all that, and I was trying to get it done this afternoon, but everyone is just being absolutely nuts, and I can't send them outside to play because it's 100 degrees, and so we're gonna leave the house for a little bit. We're gonna go to the library, which our library is awesome. It's more of like a community play area than like a library, and we have a special surprise at the post office for us from a viewer who sent us a package, so we'll go pick that up and see what the surprise is. And then hopefully that'll keep us busy long enough and out of the house that when we get home we can just make some dinner, and I'm going to have them watch a movie with dinner, and I'm going to just punch out as much as I can in the hour and 45 minutes it takes them to watch that movie, that at least I feel a little bit better, a little bit at least on the road to being kind of caught up from our trip on some of the things that are really bugging me, that need to be done, that are just like either really dirty or the system is just totally upside down so it doesn't work at all. So let's get everybody loaded and let's get headed out. Hardest part here is getting loaded. Well, it's not quite as hard as when we get home and we have to get unloaded. The little guys get loaded in, and then the big guys behind them, and then the little guys try to break the rules thinking they can climb up front, but mommy is too fast for them, so they get shooed back into the back seat where they are supposed to be anyway. Ivy usually helps me buckle the little ones. That's why her seat is in the front, because as my belly gets bigger it gets a lot harder for me to crawl over and buckle, but she's doing something inside real quick, so I do get the little ones buckled, and then we wait a minute while Ivy joins us and we get ready to head to town. We're not going to the big city today, we're just going to our little local town. So it's about 20 minutes away, so that's not too bad of a drive. It's super hot, so it feels good to be sitting in the air-conditioned car. First stop here is the post office. We're gonna get our mystery package. Micah is finally tall enough to reach our super high post office box, so she gets to open it, pull it out, and we'll show you the surprise in a minute. But first we're gonna head to the library. I'm gonna find something for myself. I love looking at the brand new book section because you never know what you're gonna find. So I find an inspiring garden book, so let's get some ideas for next spring. And then we take the kids over to the play area. There's some interactive games, there's learning stations, and there's also STEM stations, which are really fun. Isla really likes this felt ball maze. You get to move these track pieces however you want and try to figure out how to get the balls to land in the goal. And so she's kind of working on a little design there. And I like it because it's creative building. They're learning a little bit of science along the way, but it's really fun. I grab a whole bunch of books for the kids. I also grab one of these STEM learning bags to bring home. This is an engineering kit, which I think Ivy is really going to enjoy. Okay, we're back. Micah has volunteered to make dinner tonight. She wants to cook, so we'll get started on that. But I'll show you what we got. So if you watched our jalapeno poppers video about deep frying our own jalapeno poppers ball, one thing I mentioned was that the easiest way to make them is to use a cookie dough scoop, but that we didn't have one, so we made them by hand. So Becky was really nice, thought of us, and sent us 3 sizes of cookie dough scoop, so that when we make our recipe, we can just scoop it, and also when we make cookies. But tonight, the girls saw those, Micah and Ivy, and it has been their dream to have fancy fruit. So what are we making?
Making fruit balls.
We're making melon fruit balls with our new scoops. So we got watermelon, cantaloupes, and honeydew.
And I got a new eraser.
And you got a new eraser.
All
That's
of
really
my
nice.
favorite fruits.
So we're gonna try out our new scoops. And then Mikey, what else are you making tonight?
We're making waffles, we're making bacon, and we're making eggs.
Awesome. That sounds delicious. All right, we're doing cantaloupe, melon, and watermelon. So we go ahead and get our scoopers ready to go. And I'm gonna just do half of a cantaloupe, half of a watermelon, half of a honeydew melon. Scoop out the seeds, and then the girls are going to get started. The watermelon does pretty good with that scooper, but the cantaloupe was kind of a challenge there for Ivy. We got it figured out, but it took a little bit of trial and error. Ended up moving down to the smallest size scooper because that cantaloupe was just fighting her a little bit. And then Micah gets the rest of dinner ready. She wants to do waffles and bacon and eggs for a breakfast for dinner. So we cook the bacon in the oven because that's the best way to make 600 pieces of bacon for a large family. She makes the waffles in the waffle maker and then fries eggs according to everybody's preference because everybody likes them differently. And I sit the kids down in the living room with some trays because they're going to watch a movie and eat their dinner so that I can get a little bit of cleanup done for the evening. I decide I'm just going to pick one thing to focus on so I can feel like I accomplished something today, and that's going to be tidying up our room because as I've been struggling with first trimester sickies, it just got kind of cluttered. The biggest struggle is there's just one closet, and that's got to be mine and Sam's clothes plus any other things we need to store. And so I try to kind of move things around. We have these old like awards and things that Sam has won and he wants to hang on to. So I move them out of the bottom of the closet. I'm going to try to move them up top. And hopefully that lets us fit the shop vac in the closet because this is the only closet we have that we could possibly fit it in instead of having it sit in the middle of the room. So I get the awards put up top. Probably could find a nice basket for those. We might go to the store later and see what we can find. And then we're able to scoot the shop vac in the corner, our bin with extra blankets, and then we have all our clothes and that kind of stacked mess on top for now. Clear off the other counter surfaces that have just collect papers and stuff because I haven't had the energy to stay on top of that. Kind of dust it down and get everything moved where it goes. And then this little desk area is where Micah does her sewing, and also if I need to do work on a computer, that's my computer. Last thing is we're going to actually finish turning over my clothes so we get the maternity clothes out and put them away, and then take out all of my non-maternity clothes and get those ready to go in the basement. I don't have a ton of clothes because I have really limited space. So like I said, we share the closet and then we also share this dresser. So we each get 3 drawers. So you have to be really choosy about what you keep and what you don't keep. So we don't really collect a lot of clothes around here, but we make it all work and we make it all fit and we can get all the drawers shut. So that's what matters. Not the prettiest room you've ever seen, but it's tidy and it's clean and it smells nice and fresh. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time.